great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 591 of the Immigration Answer Show. I'll be here for the next hour trying to answer as many immigration law-related questions as I can. How is everybody doing? How are your lives going? How's your weekend going? We got a lot of our friends here in the comments. Let me go and say hello. Hina is here, as she often is. Gustavo says good morning. Sabrina also says good morning. Rocio's having steak and mashed potatoes for lunch. That would require a nap for me afterwards. Tyrone is here. Hello, Tyrone. Lindy says, happy Saturday, everyone. Rocio, that sounds yummy. We had samosa and coffee for breakfast. Yu Yin reports that it's cool and cloudy in Arlington. Boy, we've been up to Arlington a lot lately. We've had 2 asylum interviews last week and a USCIS interview yesterday in Fairfax. How about that? Christine says blessings to me and the team. Thank you, Christine, for that. Bernadine is watching in North Dakota. Maybe Bernadine should connect with Jay Cruz, our big fan in North Dakota. Rich is giving the big ups all the way from FLA. Christine says big blessings to everybody. Christine Riley says, hello, everyone. Hi, Jim. AJ is waving. We got Joanna from St. Kitts here. All right. I will be here for the next hour. How's everybody doing? Nora was supposed to have soccer yesterday and softball this weekend. It all has been canceled due to rain, so I feel like I found a bag of money in that I have lots of free time. I'm going to take a totally free day tomorrow, Sunday, so no show tomorrow on Sunday. Our next show will be at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Ohina thinks it's Nurse Laura's birthday today. Well, that'd be something. Bernadine knows where Jay Cruz is. Jay Cruz is in Bismarck. Bernadine is in Grand Forks. I've never been to North Dakota. It's one of my 5 or 6 states that I haven't visited. I've been to South Dakota. I went to the what's that forest called? The Black Hills Forest, and I went to Mount Rushmore. That was all for a case. And South Dakota is beautiful. I haven't been to North Dakota. My son, Ibrahim's roommate, lives right on the border of North Dakota and Minnesota. So, like I said, my name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer. I'll be here for the next hour trying to answer your immigration law-related questions. Then tomorrow we'll take the day off. So the next show, 4 p.m. tomorrow. No show tomorrow. 4 p.m. Monday will be our next show. 4 p.m. Monday will be our next show. All right. Let's go ahead and get to it. We got some people in the waiting room. Remember, if you're in the waiting room and you're on camera, I'm more likely to call on you first. But right now, no one's on camera, but Stephen now is. Hello, Stephen. You're on mute, buddy.
Hi, Jim. Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, Jim, remember, I think last week I told you I'm going for my immigration final year, right? You said I should get back.
Yeah, so what happened?
And I remember I called you about 2 weeks ago, and I told you about the government and told me calling my lawyer, telling him that they have a criminal stuff about me.
Okay.
They found out the criminal stuff about me. And again, they called again before the final year that they don't have most resources, they cannot show up. So finally they show up and it was very smooth and I won it.
You got approved?
Yes, we got approved.
That's great, Stephen. I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. So I just wanted to come back and tell you the good news and tell you thank you for all what you're doing. I'm following your show and I'm learning a lot there. So
awesome. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for the good news.
Yeah, thank you.
See you, buddy. Congrats.
Thanks.
All right, that was our friend Stephen leading off the show with some good news. Dennis is back from yesterday. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Jim. Can you hear me well now?
Yeah, that's a lot better. Thank you.
Okay, this time is better. So I want to clarify this because like, I still don't know what to do. I got an RFE on adjustment of status for my spouse, and they want to provide the marriage certificate, which we already sent them in the initial package when we filed. So first question, I'm not sure, is there any way to tell if they didn't receive the certificate or they have problem with the certificate that we provided?
Usually, no. They just give you a hint as to what it is that's wrong. Did you compare what you sent them to the visa reciprocity table?
No. What is the
Okay, what?
visa?
Okay, so what country is your spouse from? Where were they born?
We both are from Russia, but we got married in the US.
Right, but the birth certificate's from Russia, right?
The birth certificate is from Russia, but the
Okay.
question is about marriage certificate,
Oh, marriage certificate. Okay.
not birth certificate. Yeah.
And where did you? Oh, you got married. Where did you got married in California? Oh, this is the one where you got married in California, but registered it in Texas or something.
Right, exactly. So we live in Texas. We got our marriage license in Texas, and then we went to California to get married there. So the ceremony was in California, then we got back to Texas and registered it in Texas.
And now they're pushing back.
That's what I'm not sure. Let me try. Can I share my screen really quick?
As long as you don't share your address or anything, that's fine.
Right. Let me see. So I need to present, share screen.
I don't know if it'll let you.
I'm not sure as well. Let's try. Oh, can you see my screen?
I see that screen. That's weird.
It's probably showing you YouTube screen, right?
That's right.
All right, it's not letting me present my.
It's okay. Just read it to me.
Okay. Yes. So what they say, submit the marriage certificate. The marriage certificate must be issued by the government agency authorized to issue the document. And then what they say is that's what is concerning. For immigration purposes, the marriage must have been registered with the government agency authorized to register marriages from the location where the marriage took place.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, I think I told you yesterday, right? Your audio was going bad at the end. I've never, that I know of, ever submitted a marriage license from state A, but where the ceremony took place in state B, and then went back and registered in state A. And yeah, because did the person who performed the ceremony have the right under California law to perform that ceremony?
Right. Yes.
Okay,
They
well,
an official minister.
you've seriously confused them. You've seriously confused them by doing it this way. So you're going to have to try to explain to them everything that happened and why you did it this way. This is not how you're supposed to do it. So they may conclude that your marriage is invalid for immigration purposes, and you might have to start over and just get married in Texas. They might say that marriage isn't valid. If the marriage wasn't recorded with the state of California, then
It
I
was
don't
not.
know. Then I don't know how it's valid.
So is there
Why did
any
you
way
why did you do this?
we just wanted to get married there? We didn't realize that like it matters if you get licensed in one state and go to another. We thought it's one country and no matter where you get married,
No,
as long as you have
we have
license.
50 states, and each
Right.
state has different laws.
Right. So, is there any way to prove them that the marriage is valid? Because when I go to Texas, like county, they say that it's a totally valid marriage. They registered it.
Well,
Like,
it's valid under state law, but so here's what I would say. I think you're sort of screwed. I think it's probably not a valid marriage. I think you're probably starting over. I think that's 80%. I think your only shot at this is to walk them through everything that happened and see what they say. I mean, I would just detail everything that you did and explain to them we didn't record it in California, but the person who was performing the ceremony was licensed in California. Here's proof of their authority to perform marriages in California. Here's where we registered it in Texas. we believe this to be a valid marriage. Please approve the case and see what happens. I don't think they're going to approve it, but that's all I think you can do.
Is there any way to like do a common law marriage, like because Texas is common law marriage state? Would that be
USCIS
acknowledged by USCIS?
it's going to be very hard to retroactively fix the marriage that you got. If it's defective, it's defective. You can't go back and fix it now, which is why you'd have to start over.
Okay.
I think it's an 80% chance you're screwed and have to start over.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you for this.
Yeah, let me know if it works out. I hope it works out, Dennis. See you, bud.
Thank you. See you.
Okay. All right. Well, wait a minute. We have one of the heroes of the show, I think, of all time, waiting for us in the waiting room. Someone we talk about on the show all the time. I'm not sure, but we're going to see. Sunday Benson is here. Hello, Benson.
Hi, how you doing?
We talk about you all the time on here. How are you doing?
I'm good. I've always been trying to come online, but it's always full.
It's all good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. All right. So I have a quick one. I applied for VAWA with my previous spouse. The case was being denied. So currently I have a new spouse of which we are planning to get married. So I just wanted to ask, would it cause any problem?
Well, walk me through it. Where are you from?
From Ghana.
You came to
But
the
I'm currently in the US.
Yep, came to the United States on what kind of a visa?
Visiting visa, B1.
And when did you enter?
2018, September.
And when did you get married?
I got married in March 2019.
So you were still in status when you got married?
Yeah, I was still in status, yeah.
And then that spouse filed an I-130 for you?
Yeah, I-130, yeah, I-485.
So you're not the Benson that ended up in immigration jail, right? Or are you?
No, never.
You're not. There was a guy who came on the show. He called on a Sunday. His name was Benson, and he was like the hero of the show because he sued the immigration service. That's not you, though.
No, nothing. No.
He was off camera, so I never knew. So you're a different Benson. Okay.
Yeah, different person. Yeah.
So U.S. citizen files an I-130 for you, and that marriage sort of falls apart.
Yeah.
And then you switch to a VAWA case.
Mm-hmm.
And that VAWA case is still pending, and now you've married a different U.S. citizen.
No, the VAWA case got denied.
Oh, it got denied.
Yeah, it got denied. Yeah, and now I'm going into a different marriage. So I'm just asking whether would it have any issues? Would I face any issues or something?
Okay, so Benson, how long have you been watching this show? Have you watched the show for a long time?
I think I started last year. So I started following some of your previous videos, So I constantly listen to people share their issues and all that.
Sure. So one of the things this is why I ask, one of the things we talk about a lot on this show is something that we've come to call the playbook. Okay.
Yeah.
The playbook, we usually say it's for people from Nigeria, but we also see it from Ghana. But I believe that somewhere out on the internet, there is someone telling people in Nigeria and Ghana, go to the embassy and get a visit visa to the United States. Were you single in Ghana or were you married in Ghana?
I was single.
So the first time you ever got married was in the United States?
It was in the States, yes.
That's good. So that takes you out of the playbook a little bit. But basically, here's how it goes. Come to the United States on a visit visa, overstay, marry a U.S. citizen, hopefully get your green card that way. If it doesn't work out, then claim VAWA, and then try to get your green card that way. So luckily, you have some things that are different than the playbook. But the playbook is something USCIS sees all the time. They see this from West Africa. They see, get the visit visa, come to America, marry U.S. citizen, file for VAWA, and then see what happens. Now yours is a little bit different, but in answer to your question, they're gonna come at you pretty hard, trying to think that all of this is just your efforts to stay in the United States. So if I were you, number one, you're really going to have to prove this is a valid marriage. Number two, you're probably going to need to figure out a way to prove that the first marriage was valid, and you're going to want to track down everything that is in your file from the from USCIS. So if I were your lawyer, what I would do is I would do a Freedom of Information Act request to get your entire file from the old case. I would try to talk to your ex-wife and see if your ex-spouse and see if they'll agree to sign an affidavit that it was a real marriage that just didn't work out. Maybe not because of the VAWA, maybe they won't. and then finally you have to prove. I would say you have to prove your case like 10 or 20% stronger than a regular old marriage case, as if this was the first one you'd ever filed.
Okay. Okay. So another one. So now my work authorization is going to be expiring next year, March. But I'm thinking of traveling to Florida. Would it cause any issue?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Just the act of traveling?
Yeah, traveling. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Okay. That was just what I wanted to find out.
Thanks, Benson. See you, buddy.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, we thought we had the OG Benson, but that was Sunday Benson. But it's so funny because the OG Benson came on Sunday, so that's what screwed me up. All right, Bussy's here. Hello, Bussy.
How we doing?
Oh, I'm gonna turn off one of your device. Oh, where'd Bussy? Bussy's out of here. Uh-oh. Let's say hi to Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. You're on mute.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. Okay, I have a question. My son, he's a permanent resident. I filed for him when I was doing my when I married my husband here. So he was going through a little mental issue at the time, and he was locked up and charged with criminal mischief. But his attorney wants to get him to, for him to do like a 1 year probation. I'm from New Jersey, by the way. So he wants to know if he bring it down like to city ordinance, if it will affect with his citizenship.
So it's hard to say. The intersection of criminal law and immigration law, where those two things overlap, that's the most complicated thing that immigration lawyers deal with, because immigration is federal, but there's 50 states that all have their own rules.
Okay.
So does your son already have his green card?
Yes, he have his tenure, but he wants to put in his citizenship. But it just happened, you just got diagnosed with bipolar, but he didn't even know. I didn't even know as a mom that he has that issue.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happens, but I think his trigger is from smoking marijuana. But now he's working and he's fine now. He's not even on any medication or anything.
So what happened? What were the details of the criminal mischief? Like what actually happened?
Oh, he went into a supermarket and then he take the stuff off the shelves and throw them on the floor. That was it.
And that, like, they're gonna knock it down to like a municipal charge. That makes me happy. That's good. But is he gonna pay a fine or get probation or what?
Well, the thing is, that's what the lawyer wants me to consult an immigration lawyer to find out if he gets it down to city ordinance, if it will mess with his citizenship.
Well, it probably yes, probably it will. He'll just have to wait longer to apply for citizenship. I don't think it's a deportable offense, especially if it becomes municipal. I mean, New Jersey's a pretty tough field office.
Mm-hmm.
So when did this all happen? It's still pending, right? So it just was recent?
Well, he went to court twice, but the public defender plead not guilty for him.
Right.
And then, but I have all of his doctor's notes and everything from the because he was even admitted in the mental facility like for 10 days.
After that happened?
After it happened, yes. Because when they lock him up, they realized that something was wrong. So they took him to the hospital and then they send him back to the mental facility.
So if it becomes a municipal charge, do you know what it's going to be, what his sentence is going to be?
They said 6 months, or if he's charged, he's going to pay $1,000.
How long has he had his green card?
5 years.
So he's eligible right now.
Yes. Since September, he's eligible for his citizenship.
So here's what I would tell the public defender.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can get the whole thing dismissed because he was having a psychotic episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, it's going to keep him from being able to apply for citizenship probably for 5 years. He can't naturalize when he's on probation. They won't naturalize him if he's on probation.
I know that, yes. Mm-hmm.
And then the safest thing to do if he doesn't want to lose the filing fee, would be to wait 5 years after the last day of probation. So that's a hard thing. So maybe if he has the medical records, maybe he or she, the public defender, can tell the prosecutor, look, this guy's up for citizenship. This is the only incident is this the only thing he's ever had?
Yes, definitely.
And he's cleaned up his act. He's not smoking pot anymore, and he's working and he's productive. This would really be a kindness if you guys could just dismiss it outright, or no probation. But then if he applies, even if that all happens and he applies, the officer could still deny him. But I think he'd have a much better chance that way.
Oh, okay. It's tough because it's his first time getting into any trouble, and it bothers me a lot.
Yeah, well, if you want me to talk to the public defender for like 5 minutes, I would do that just to explain to him what your son needs. But it's all going to be how willing they are to push it with the prosecutor.
Okay. I do not. I could give you the attorney information, and then you probably could give it to you because I do not have the public defender information.
Okay, well, if you do the work of tracking him down and emailing me, then I'd be willing to get on a call with him just real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let me. I need a pen and a paper so I could take your email.
Sure.
Okay, what's your email?
It's info at. I'll put it on the bottom. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen too. It's info at hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Info at. Here, it's right there.
I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose you.
It's okay. Just you can come back and see the recording later, but it's info at hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Could you spell that, please? HACKING
and then immigration IMMIGRATION law.com.
Immigrationlaw.com. And what should I ask him?
Just say, hey, Jim Hacking, the immigration lawyer, he said he would talk to you for 5 minutes if you want to hear what his pitch is for why this case needs to be dismissed.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Yep. Bye. All right. I think Bussy's back. Let's try Bussy. Hello, Bussy.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm happy to see you today.
Me too.
Yeah, I've been trying to get across to you for some days now.
Here I am.
Yeah, I want to make a little inquiry in respect of my asylum.
Okay.
My asylum was granted March 2022. Then I applied for I-485 2023. So last week I received a mail from I signed on to USICS tracker, and I noticed that they scheduled me for I-485 interview with the USICS. So I just want to know what are the necessary things that they may ask me there.
So to me, the big thing on any asylum green card case is always about what groups you were in, or what membership you were in, or what clubs you were in, or organizations, or any support you gave to governments or something. That's what it's all about. In an asylum, it's all, because it's sort of weird. They'll give you asylum sometimes, even though you might not ever be eligible for a green card. So that's your big thing is, do you have a problem based on what you had in your asylum case that might keep you from getting your green card?
I don't think I have any problem there, because initially my case was approved in New York because I reside in New York before. Mm-hmm. So when I was granted my asylum, I relocated to New Jersey. So then, ever since, everything I've been processing, because they sent a mail to me to do my fingerprint and everything. Yeah. So they refer me to the New Jersey. So that was where I did the fingerprint and sent everything to them. Ever since, I've been receiving mail from my New Jersey address. So
you know that they're not doing interviews for most green card cases right now. So I think I'm at the stage now where if somebody's getting scheduled for a green card interview, I think that means there's something wrong. So I'm a little bit worried. And what I'm worried about is there something in your visit visa application or your asylum application that's going to make it hard for you to get a green card? That's what I'm worried about.
No, I'm thinking maybe because of my relocation to New Jersey,
Nah,
because I was in New York before.
no, I don't think that's it.
Because similar thing happened to one of my friends. She told me when I was calling her about her own. She said they scheduled her for interview too. So I asked her what happened. She said when she changed her name, she didn't prove the proof of change of name there, and her signature was irregular. So when they call her, they just ask for the signature, then the proof of change of name, and that was it.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's it. When's the interview?
They've not. I just saw it on the tracker. They've not sent the original letter to me.
All right. Well, when you find out, let me know.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Bussy.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Bakari's here. Hello, Bakari.
Hey Jim, how are you?
Good. You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm not driving. Somebody else is driving.
Okay, great. What's up?
No, thank you. Thank you for picking up my request. So, I got a quick question. So, we've been working with my accounting firm for the past 7 years on an H1B visa, and then we're actually in the process moving from H1B to green card. Pretty much, we're in the stage of filing the ETA 9089,
Yep.
and I think we did that last week. This week ending yesterday. So, I have a trip planned to go home in June, and I'll be back on June 29th. But my H1B visa actually expired on July 15th, I believe so. So I wanted to know if I was safe to travel out of the country and come back, or should I wait until everything is kind of like completed?
Expired or expires?
Expires, sorry.
And you'd be back before then or after that?
I'll be back before then.
How long have you been in the United States?
I've been here since 2011. I went to school here.
So, what country is it?
I'm from Mali.
If you get stuck in Mali for 3 or 4 months because they put you in administrative processing, what happens to your job and what happens to your life in America?
That's a really good question, because my H1B, the visa, because I got the visa back in 21 for the second term. It says July, but my actual H1B goes all the way up to August 29. I guess I can probably keep my job until August 29 or something, but honestly, beyond August, I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, the reason I ask is because this is one of those situations. Just this week, Bakri, we had someone on the show who's been stuck in India for 3 months. He's been stuck in India for 3 months waiting for his visa, and his whole life is going down the drain because he's not here. So, maybe the employer becomes less interested in sponsoring you if you're stuck outside the United States. Maybe you lose the job or something. So I just think that's such a risk. I would vote waiting until things are a little tighter.
Oh, okay. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that's all I needed. I wasn't really sure what to. Yeah, appreciate it.
Bye, buddy. All right. We got an old friend here who says the case is over.
Jim, I'm back again. That's me.
We knew that case was over. We knew that case was over.
Yeah, Jim, now I'm stuck. My wife, she filed a restraining order against me, and they removed me on the lease. I've been living in that place for 5 years. When I get married, she moved with me, and now she removed me on the lease with the restraining order. She lied on the restraining order, and then since then, I've never been served. I'm trying to get served, but I don't know how I'm going to be doing to be served, so I can contest it.
So what's the question for me?
The question is, I'm not sure. I have a consultation with the immigration lawyer. Then she told me that if I have any evidence that I was abused, because I have to respond to intent to deny within May 17.
Didn't she withdraw the I-130?
No, she didn't withdraw the identity because I don't have any contact with my wife based on the restraining order. I don't have any contacts.
So I guess what I'm saying is we don't know if she withdrew the I-130. She might have withdrawn the I-130. We just don't know.
I don't think she's gonna do it, because if she knows she's gonna do something to help, if she know maybe withdrawal gonna help me, she won't do it. She's just gonna leave it there so it can harm me more and more.
Well, most people think that if they withdraw the I-130, it doesn't help you; that it hurts you.
I gotta find out if maybe she did it.
Okay, so what's the question?
The question is, I went to have a consultation with the immigration lawyer. She told me that if I have the evidence that I was abused, and she can transfer from I-130 to 360.
True.
I don't know if something is doable.
It's doable. It depends on what evidence you have, for sure.
There was only or that she fight against me when jeopardized the situation.
No, that's not. I mean, the her getting a restraining order on you doesn't provide any evidence that she abused you. She has the right to go there.
Well, the thing is, since I get married with her, she never willing to work. I'm the who was working, doing everything.
But that's
And
not abuse.
yeah, she was kind of holding me with the fact that because when we first married, everything was good. When she applied for my I-130, that's when everything started to be very bad. She
Yeah.
started.
Okay. Let's just remember. Let's remember a couple things.
Yes.
The name of the law is the Violence Against Women Act.
Yes.
Number one, you're behind the eight ball because you're a dude. That's number one. So
Yes.
everyone around here knows that I get pretty suspicious of male VAWA cases. I think there's certainly cases where women abuse men, but I think that they are much smaller in percentage than the number of VAWA applications that are filed by men. So I think USCIS is very suspicious of VAWA cases filed by men. So that's number one. Number
Yes.
two, violence.
Yes.
Violence. That means I've been being beaten. I've been locked out. I've been abused mentally. I've been, really taken advantage of and really hurt and injured. Right? So you said nothing to me so far that comes anywhere close to violence against you.
Yes, she was holding me with the threat of getting divorced, getting me drop my case.
That's not VAWA.
Then
I think the idea of you, I told you this last time. I think the idea of you getting any immigration benefit based off this relationship is over. Because when people call this show and they have a VAWA, they start with VAWA. Like all they want to talk about is how they're being abused. And I get it. It's very sad. You've probably seen those people on this show before. When someone throws out a VAWA at the last minute and just says, yeah, they sort of threatened to keep me from getting my green card, especially for a man, forget it.
Yeah, that's how the last fight we got into it. I called the police, and I filed a report with the police. But when the officer shows up, and after listening to me, he listened to her, and he said, "Well, you can still file the report, but there's not a charge here because what she said, what you said, she says it's not true." So
yeah, I mean, if we think of it on a spectrum where 0 is a really weak asylum case or a VAWA case, and 10 is a really strong one, the 10 one is going to have pictures of the abuse, documented text, documented police reports or medical reports, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get going. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Yes, thank you.
Okay, bye. All right. Robert is here. Hello, Robert.
Hello, thank you very much. I just wanted to ask you a question about not how strong, excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm in a relationship with a Filipino woman for the past 2 years.
Great.
We have an age gap. I'm 75, she's 34. I'm just throwing out these hurdles and trying to get an idea from you how strong, just on the information you have, how difficult this case might be. But we were in a relationship from being online for about 6 months. I traveled to the Philippines. We got engaged at that point, but I realized that it's better to have a longer relationship to prove relationship. And so it's been 2 years at this point. I'm thinking, just for the sake of getting her on the insurance, I'm hoping to retire in about 6 months. So I was going to try to do the online marriage, which, communicating with my human resources, said that would be valid if I could get her on my insurance, and then travel to the Philippines this fall and get married for her family. And at that time, filed a 130. Listening to your show, it sounded like filing the 130 is a better option anyway, rather than the 129. So, and I don't have a lot of documentation. If we get married and I get her on my insurance, that would probably help. But otherwise, we just have video chat logs and the photos from 2 visits. I had a visit with her in 2022 and in 2023, this last fall. So just given that much information, what would you say in the age gap? What would you say the percentage of success might be?
I appreciate the call, and I appreciate you framing everything for me just the way I needed to hear it. So that makes it easier for me to analyze. Thank you. Okay. So number one, we have to deal with the fact that the embassy in Manila is one of the worst, one of the slowest, and they're also one of the ones that are on high alert for people getting married to obtain an immigration benefit. That's number one. So that's a real tough situation, even without the age gap. Then we add in the age gap. That's another problem. Having her added to your insurance, if you're talking about doing that for immigration purposes, that adds very little to the overall analysis, because for 95% of marriage-based cases for overseas spouses, they hardly are ever added to insurance. So that's not all that helpful, right? So I think that, you're talking about a 3-year process. You're talking about, I would strongly encourage you not to do the online marriage and rather just go over to the Philippines. Can you get married in the Philippines?
My understanding is that we could.
Yeah, I mean, we already have enough strikes against us. I don't know why we'd want to add in another one of an online marriage. I just think I want to take that right out of the.
Okay, the only reason I would do that is that allows me to get her on my insurance so that she can remain on my insurance after I retire. So that would be the only purpose from my standpoint. I didn't think that would necessarily figure into the.
Okay, so you have a different reason other than immigration to do that.
Yeah.
Because once you retire, then you can't add her.
Right.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, truth be told, an online marriage can be valid for immigration purposes if you have gone to visit them after the marriage, because you have to show that it was consummated. So they'll assume if you're in the same town that it's been consummated. So, I mean, overall, the chances of success, what do I think is I think it's like a 25% chance, 30% chance. Philippines is rough, man, and they're going to grill the crap out of her. They're going to come in and yell at her and say, "You're just marrying that old man so you get a green card." That's what they're going to say. That's going to be their whole framework. I think you're going to need to do a lot more to develop more evidence. I think another trip over there is warranted, just if nothing else, to sort of document the relationship, talk to the family, get that all set up. But I think it's a tough case.
Okay.
Thanks, Robert.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Have a good day. All right. What a nice guy he was. All right, Nasreen is here. Hello, Nasreen.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. My name is Sam.
Hi,
I'm
Sam.
Serina's husband.
Great.
I'm American now for 38 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Egypt.
Egypt, from Egypt.
Where in Egypt?
In Alexandria.
I've been there. Very nice. My wife is from El Mansour. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Oh.
great.
All right, go ahead, Sam.
I'm 68 years old, and I know my wife from 20 years old when she have 40 years, and now we have a girl. She's 16 now, and she's American. She get the citizenship, and now my wife, she want to apply for her green card.
Where's your wife, in Egypt?
Yeah, she's with me in Egypt now.
Okay.
And we've been married in the United States 4 years ago.
4 years
She
ago.
have a tourist visa. She went there, and we married in the City Hall in New York. So now we want to apply for her green card.
Okay.
The question is, if she gonna get the temporary green card or the permanent green card immediately.
Well, nothing's going to be immediate because this case is going to take 2 years. But when she gets approved for her visa, she'll receive a 10-year green card.
I'm gonna apply for in Egypt. I'm not gonna apply in the States. I'm gonna apply in the embassy here.
You can't apply at the embassy there. They don't do that anymore. You have to start at USCIS. They close that office. That's how the way you want to do it is the way my brother-in-law did it, but they don't do it that way anymore. You've got to file an I-130 with USCIS, and that'll take a year.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the National Visa Center. That'll take 6 months. And then you're waiting on an embassy interview in Cairo, which will take another 6 to 8 months. So it's going to take. Does she still have a visit visa to the United States or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Has she been back anytime soon or recently?
We just came January from the States, so
yeah,
we're planning to go maybe by the end of the summer.
So if you went and went back to the States in August and then decided a couple months later to apply for her green card, you could do it all inside the United States, and it wouldn't take as long.
Okay.
But she can't have that intent. If she has that intent when she goes, that's going to be a problem. But if she decides it and applies 60 days after she arrives in the United States, then she should be okay. It's probably going to be the easier way to do it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Bye, Sam. See you, buddy.
Nice talking to you.
For sure. Asylum. Yeah, back in the day, Robert, there were actually USCIS offices inside some of the embassies, including Cairo. Yeah. That all got shut down, I think, actually under Obama, or right when Trump. It was sort of in process. They were shutting them down. It's better this way, I think. It's better to do it through you. I even told people back then, do it all through USCIS, not just through that embassy USCIS office. No, not before 9/11. Like, just up until there were people while I've been an immigration lawyer who did it that way. And like I said, my brother-in-law did it probably 15 years ago. Dastagir, are you there? You've been waiting. Dastagir, Babu Muhammad, are you there? Hello. All right. Jack, what do you got, Jack?
Hi, Jim. Thank you for hosting the show.
Sure.
My wife and I, we live in St. Louis, and she's on an F1 visa.
Awesome.
We have a pending I-130, and we have not yet submitted the I-485.
Why?
Well, we're moving to Chicago in August for her postdoc, and we're thinking maybe it's a good idea to just have one address, the whole I-45, 485 process.
Not a bad theory.
Okay. So we were kind of thinking about doing that just to avoid potential mail going to the wrong place.
Yep.
And okay, so can she apply for OPT when she has immigration intent?
Yes, she can, and yes, she should.
Okay. And Basically, the university said, something about if OPT is not right, then we can apply for H1B visa for her. Is there, from our point of view or her starting work, any reason we should prefer them to do one or the other?
Well, H1Bs are already gone for this year, so she wouldn't be able to start on an H1B until October of 2025. So you don't want to mess around with that. She'll have her green card by then. So I would say have her do OPT and then file your green card as soon as you can. As soon as you know your Chicago office, file that bad boy, then file for an EAD off that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Jim.
Bye, Jack. See you, buddy. All right. We got EAD in the house. Hello, EAD.
Hey Jim, how you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I just have a few questions. Yesterday I was checking my online portal and I saw there was a letter that says EAD approved. And then
Said what? Said what? What did it say?
EAD approved.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to download it and printed it out. I said it was the EAD saying that the next week or two they'll send the actual card.
Okay.
So my question was, does it come together with the social?
Usually they follow, the EAD follows it right away, shortly thereafter. Yeah, usually it doesn't take long after that.
Oh, okay. And the thing is, it's like they updated my new mailing and physical address because I moved like 2 weeks ago from my old apartment to the new apartment.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I had no choice. I just had to move. But I updated everything. I updated the online portal, and
Yeah. That's 50-50 if they're going to get it to you or not. It's a total crapshoot. Moving is really causes a lot of problems. Do you have access to that old mailbox?
Yeah, I still have the keys. Well, I told the landlord to say, the mailman to give me a call once it brings in mail because I know the days it comes in. So yeah.
Yeah, you got to bird dog that. We've had people camp out. We had an attorney whose husband was waiting on his EAD, and she camped out at his mailbox every day, waiting to talk to the mail lady.
Yeah. So the social should come in just around the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim. And this came in so quick. I found like 3 weeks ago.
Great. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks, EAD. See you, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Tashelle Williams. Hello, Tashelle.
Hi, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, I don't know if you remember me, but I think it was a couple months ago I came on your show and I was telling you that I filed for my 485 and I-30 back in January of 2023. It was in November, of course, and I didn't get through with anything yet, and you told me to just be patient, but everything was good with my case.
Okay.
So I just want to come and tell you that everything went well. I got my work permit like literally 2 weeks after you telling me that, and then I got my green card for my birthday in March. In March. So I just want to tell you thank you for that. But there was some back to the story that I didn't tell you, hence my concerns in actually coming to your program and following you on all social media sites.
Yeah.
It was so my husband is in the military, and he suffers from like PTSD.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a challenge for me because like when he gets, upset and so on, like I would be the person that it's taken out on, and I couldn't do it anymore. I made him get locked up because I couldn't do it anymore. Not really me, like some girls from work, they called the police because they saw a couple bruises and marks on me, and I just I packed a bag and I had to leave because it was getting like really bad. We still were communicating, and he was telling me that he was gonna go to counseling, he was gonna change, but Bear in mind, he's been telling me all of this. I have pictures, I have videos of him punching holes in the wall at home and everything. Like, I understand he's a good guy, but it was just too much for me. And, I packed my bags and I left. So he was telling me, like, he's going to counseling and blah, blah, blah. Then he got up one day and he blocked me and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he blocked me and everything, just block. Trying to reach out to him, cannot reach out to him. He doesn't know if I have he doesn't know if I have anything. He just blocked me. And honestly, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to be a part of him anymore. I don't want to. And I don't know what to do now.
I'm sorry to hear that, and thank you for sharing that. So you have the actual green card right now.
Yes, I have it in my hands, the physical one.
Okay. And so did you move out or did he move out?
Okay, it was too much. Like, I can't come in here and explain the whole thing.
Well,
But
I
it
just
was
need to
a
know.
case.
I just need to know if your address is valid with USCIS. That's all I need to
The
know.
one that I moved to now, I went in and I changed my address myself because when my work permit came, it was my old address, and he wanted to hold on to it.
Right.
So
Sure.
I changed my address now, and then the green card came to this new one.
So in other words, when USCIS issued you your green card, USCIS knew that you were at a new address.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that somebody's going to file for divorce?
I don't know. I can't communicate with him, but I don't know. I mean, if he's willing to go to counseling and, both of us will sit down and talk, then yes, because I do love him, but I just can't take it anymore. I can't, because I can't sit down and because you have PTSD, I have to be the victim. I cannot do that.
I understand. So, I mean, but I assume you got a 2-year green card, right?
Yeah, I did.
So, you don't really have to worry about this for 2 more years, other than to say that you should be documenting all of the. I mean, it sounds like you have been, but still
I have all of them because
keep all of it, because if if you get divorced sometime in the next 2 years, then you can file the I-751 after the divorce, and you can file by yourself. You don't need him anymore. So the fact that you're moved out and you're staying safe, that's the most important thing, and I would say keep it that way.
yes,
You
I
don't
have
need,
to keep it this
you
way.
now that you have the green card in your hand, you are on a path to citizenship with or without him.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep all that documentation, keep all the documentation you have that the marriage was real, and then just let the relationship and the marriage status play itself out. It sounds like if he's not communicating with you anymore,
He blocked me because, like, that's just how he is. Like, he just always wants to have, like, the upper hand. He wants me to come crawling back begging. So that's what he's doing.
Well, but he doesn't know you have your green card now.
No, he doesn't.
So I would say go ahead and just keep everything, and know that you're going to be able to get your 10-year green card and your citizenship without him. And then
I don't have to do VAWA. Do I have to do VAWA?
No, you do not. I mean, you'll file. If I were your lawyer, then what I would do.
I represent.
Yeah.
I don't have anything back
But
yet.
you don't need to do anything now. But if I were your lawyer 2 years from now or a year and a half, I mean, number one, you should go talk to a divorce attorney in whatever state you live. That's the most important thing. Whether you do it now or later, you can't get the 10-year green card without him if you're not still married to him. So you would need to be divorced in order to get the 751 approved without him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I would say focus on your mental health, focus on your safety, let things settle down a little bit, go meet with a divorce attorney. If he still won't connect with you in the next 2 or 3 months, then I would say start the divorce process. And then once the divorce is final, let me know and we can work on getting you the 10-year green card without him. You would file for, we would say this was a good faith marriage that didn't work out, plus he was abusive. So
it was, but I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then you'll get your 10-year green card, or you'll just apply for citizenship. Well, yeah. Well, if we file under, yeah, you'll have to wait the full 5 years to apply for citizenship, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to know, like, am I in trouble or,
No,
you know?
no. There's a huge difference between having the green card in your hand and not having the green card in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Michelle. Hang in there. Sorry you're going through all that.
It's okay.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
All right, Yu Yin with the quote of the day. That's what a VAWA case really sounds like. Exactly. Can you see the difference between the two? Like, oh shit, my I-130 fell apart. Oh shit, that lady's not very nice. Oh shit, I better file a VAWA case, versus what Tichelle was saying, which she actually endured it, and then it's just getting untenable. So when people don't feel safe, that's what VAWA is actually for, right? It's not an end run, sort of like these guys that say, I tried 7 different things and then all of a sudden I want to get asylum, right? So it's always interesting. It's always interesting as an immigration lawyer to see where people start and where they end. Now, sometimes people say, oh, Jim, I got this employer, they might sponsor me. And then the last thing they tell you is they're married to a US citizen and I just didn't really want to go that way. That's fine. You just educate them and let them know what's easier, and that's the spouse case. But then you get these people, you sort of picture them in a swimming pool and they're just sort of flailing around trying to grab onto something, right? Maybe like a shotgun approach as opposed to a laser approach. And that's really what we want. We want to demonstrate that we're clearly entitled to this benefit and then go from there. All right. So let's see. Wish, are you driving or are you parked? I think Wish is driving. Let's go to Danny. Danny, are you there? Hello.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Jim.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Thank you. Good. Thank you. I just wanted to thank you for your lovely, show, the answer show. It's been like my third time in your answer show, and I've been like last year 2 times. I've been waiting for maybe 6 years for my interview, and finally I got a schedule for interview, and I've been guaranteed asylum right now.
Congratulations. That's great. Sorry you had to
Thank
wait so
you,
long.
thank you, and yeah, your videos I've been like watching every day. Your I would say shorts, videos and YouTube. It's very helpful. It's very helpful. So
Awesome.
I can't thank you enough, honestly.
Sure.
Thank you. And the question is, uh, would I need to wait for a year to apply for a green card, or I can apply now?
So that's a great question. We've been kicking that around in the office because USCIS said that if you can demonstrate that you've had enough time in 1 year in the United States and you have asylum, then you can apply for the green card. But that rule sort of disappeared. So we've been debating right now. The best thing is probably to wait a year, but if you really want to get started, you could email me and I can nail that down for you. I think right now our position is wait the full year is what the firm, what everyone in the smart attorneys that work here are saying, because we can't find that rule that they allegedly changed, which is really weird. But that's sort of what we're saying right now.
And okay, and if I do that, do you think that I'll red flag my green card?
No. At the very least, I mean, it's free to apply for a green card when you've gotten asylum. So, it's just a matter of, do you want to go through all that hassle? But no, it's not a red flag.
Okay, got it. I mean before 1 year.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Okay. And the next question I have, so I already had social, but it was like somehow restricted, and
Yeah.
now they said you need to apply for unrestricted. If I don't do, would it be an issue or?
No, just with employers, they just want to know that you have work authorization.
Okay. And the next question I have, do I need to apply for travel document or no?
if you think you might have to leave the United States, I think it's a good idea, and it takes a long time. So I would say yes.
How long does it take, do you think?
A year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Okay, that's crazy. And I have received, like, automatically I have received 5 years EAD card for the whole family.
Good.
So yeah, so does that mean it's a different to my, like, when I was pending asylum, or my point is, like, do I need to update my employer with the new AD, or no? Just
No.
okay, got it. All right, thank you. And what is the difference between travel document and advance parole? Is there a difference between these two?
So when you get asylum in the United States, you're not supposed to avail yourself of the privileges of being a member of that old country.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not supposed to use your passport. So the refugee travel document is like a mini passport for people who are in the United States who've gotten refugee or asylum status but can't get a passport. So that's what you're supposed to travel on.
Got it. And last question I might have. So you said it's going to take a year to get your travel document.
I think so.
So and does that have 1 year expiry date or no?
I think that's a good question. I think it's 2.
Okay, and then the 2 years is from the date they issue or from the date I file?
Yeah, the date they issue.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good luck.
Thank you again. Thank you. You have been amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, I made Wish pull over, so I'm going to go a little bit long and talk to Wish. Hi, Wish.
Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Do you mind putting me off camera?
Done.
Oh, perfect. Jim, actually, I have a question. I have a green card. It's 6 months old. I was thinking of enlisting in the military. I was reading that, and I read a little bit, but I am not 100% sure. Does enlisting helps in expediting the naturalization process?
They'll promise you that it does, but they screw people all the time. So I would not join the military in the hopes of becoming a citizen faster. Do you have a reason why you need to become a citizen faster?
Actually, I always wanted to pursue officer route in military, and they were saying that it can, like, I still, like, if I go through my family based, I'm gonna get my citizenship anyways in 2 years. But they say that if you pursue enlistment route, you can get it even faster. So
I mean, if you want to be in the military, join the military. I would not join the military because of any promised benefits when it comes to naturalization. They do naturalize people faster. We had a great client, Hero, who did that recently, but they also screw people all the time. So do it with your eyes wide open is what I'm saying.
So generally there is no, like, approximate time period, like it gets done in 1 year, like 2 years.
It'd be faster than waiting to do it through your spouse. Yeah.
It will be faster than that. Okay. But okay, gotcha. That's all the question I have.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We'll be back Monday, 4 p.m. Central. Monday, 4 p.m. Central. If you want to get on our text line to get the alert to the waiting room, 314-470-3300. Just text the word show, SHOW, 314-470-3300. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.